Hello, my dear friends, my viewers. Welcome back to the IMG Chronicles. This is the very second episode, and I am so happy to welcome you in this new year called 2021. My name is Shay Akinola. My friends fondly call me Dr. Shay, and you are watching the IMG Chronicles. This is a blog I have dedicated to sharing my experience and my journey as an international medical graduate integrating into the Canadian healthcare system. So once again, welcome. But there's something I must say before we get into the nitty-gritty of today, and that is expressing my utmost condolences to every single person who has lost a loved one to this ravaging pandemic called COVID-19. We are all hoping the end is in sight with a new vaccine, and once again, my condolences to every single one who is grieving the loss of a loved one. So today we are going to be talking about sharing timelines, having set goals when you're making this journey. So that was a very important decision I came to very early on when I made that decision to relocate from Nigeria to Canada. I got to Canada in the summer of 2014, and I was coming here straight out of a master's program in the United States. I arrived here with my two young boys. I had a preschooler and a grade 1. So they were really quite young, and I was parentally single because my husband remained back home in Nigeria, providing us with financial support during that period. I came here, ready to jump into the workforce, thinking I will be working while at the same time studying. And to my utmost disappointed, that didn't happen as quickly as I was expecting it to. So nugget number 1, you will have your master plan. You will have your ideals of how you think your master plan is going to go through, but it won't always play out the way you have imagined it to play. So that was my first curve. I didn't start working until a year after I arrived in this country. And at that same time, I was completing my very first licensing exam. I set the goal of 3 years for myself when I was coming. I used 3 years as my timeline because at the end of 3 years, I will have been eligible to apply for the Canadian citizenship. So I thought to myself, at that time, I would have the freedom to go to any country of my choice that I wanted, armed with a different passport. And at the same time, I was open to entertaining the idea of going to any other developed country where my medical license was recognized and valid. So I didn't just box myself into thinking that the only option I had was Canada. And I came to that decision just because coming here, I met so many people like me who had been here for far longer and who were still trying to break into the system. And it does have a toll on your mental health. And so 1, for my mental health, 2, for remaining in focus, I set that goal for myself. Fast forward to 2017. At the end of 2017, 3 years was up. And with that in mind, I started activating a plan B. And for me, my plan B at the time was looking into doing the licensing exams of either the United States or the United Kingdom. I settled on the United Kingdom because the exams were, 1, cheaper. There were less exams. It was just 2 exams. And the pathway to working there was very straightforward. I had a choice of either completing postgraduate training in a specialty of my choice or just working, as a medical officer. So earning an income as a physician, So that was what made me come to that decision. So in 2018, I completed my Canadian exams. I got the Canadian licensing certificate, and that same year I also got the general medical licensing certificate of the United Kingdom. So I was ready to apply. I applied to positions countrywide for residency into family medicine. There are several pathways to practicing medicine in Canada. Residency is only one of them, and the others are provisional registrations across the different provinces, each of them asking for different requirements. But very early on, what I wanted was the residency program, and that had a very, very competitive application process, but then I had told myself, if it didn't work out here in Canada, I was ready to go to the United Kingdom to pursue my dream of residency in a developed country. Remember, I said early on that for me, it didn't matter where. The most important thing was having that license to practice, because irrespective of which other country I got it from, I could bring it back to Canada, which was now home to myself and my family, and I could end up still practicing in Canada as a doctor. So in 2019, I matched into the University of Calgary family medicine program. It's still so surreal, and I'm going to share a video of that moment with you to re-experience it all over with me the way I felt that day, and I am so thankful that I got to remain in the city where I reside, in the same province where I reside. I didn't have to move, which was such a blessing. And that said, I really, really hope that this has shared something with you today. If you don't live with anything today, I want you to live with one, having a timeline for yourself. That helped me stay focused. Secondly, setting little goals within that timeline. Just because, like I said earlier, your master plan won't always work out the way you planned. But when you set little goals and celebrate the little wins along the journey, it brings you another step closer. And this is uniquely mine. This is not the same thing as someone else's. I'm only just sharing the little things I learned on my journey, with the hope that is going to teach somebody else something or two. So I look forward to seeing you again at the next episode of the IMG Chronicles by Dr. Shay. Please share your questions. Send your questions to me, because that would determine so many topics that we end up sharing on this blog. Have a wonderful, wonderful month. Stay safe. Bye. Hi. It's March morning, 1 more minute to go. I'm all shaky. Computer is open. Waiting, It's been a long journey, but consistently I've said what my heart desires is what God will give me. So where I'm going to be valued, where I'm not going to be judged based on the color of my skin or my accent or my attitude, or that my personality is too strong, that has been my prayer. So we're about to find out. So let's see. So it is 10 a.m., which is 12 noon Eastern time right now. So I am going to match results. Okay, my heart is beating so. That you have been matched to University of Calgary Family Medicine, Calgary International Medical Graduate Stream.
Your match program will contact you within 30 days.
I'm so proud of you.
How sweet is that?
I'm so proud of you. Oh my God, I didn't want to talk. I'm so proud of you. Oh my God.
It's been a long journey. It's been a very, very long journey. It's been a test of my faith. It's been making a lot of plan B's and plan C's, but this was plan A, and plan A came through. So for everyone who is in this journey right now, who is waiting, who is taking exams, who's failed exams, because there were exams I failed and I retook, just keep trying, just keep trusting, keep sane, keep busy, and eventually something will give, and what you want will give, So thank you for watching. Thank you. Okay.